Minted Z. I'm drawing cubes. Again. More cubes. Wait, I'm on the wrong color. Shoot. This one. I'm just doing art stuff. I don't know how to, like... Blah, blah, blah. True. Do I usually do top down? I think I usually start in the middle, but it's fine, I guess. We're doing this now. I did not have spaghetti today, so hopefully my throat doesn't randomly start drying up for no reason. Spaghetti might actually be evil. Or it was the Kool-Aid, who knows? Kool-Aid or spaghetti did it. I don't know which, but I didn't have either. That's a nice looking cube. Actually a little wobbly, but it's okay. Barely noticeable. Oh, that's wobbly. That's pretty wobbly. It's okay. It's fine. Genuinely. We fix this by just making it a little bit longer. That's fine, I think. Ah, whatever, man. Whatever, I can fix this. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's just a cube. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into this, but it's whatever. Like, practice is practice and all that. These are all supposed to be the same cube, so this is honestly a little bit too small. it should be, like, more around here. Yeah, that's more appropriate, I think. Okay, so this one is around even, I think. Dude, I really hate summer because there ends up being like flies in the house and they get in my face while I'm like trying to draw. It's really annoying. Like you can't get them out because a certain someone won't leave the door closed. At least my tea's like too hot for them to be bothered with. Is that good enough? I guess so. Did I just do the same thing twice? I think I did. Ah, Okay, let's undo this one, because it's clearly not the right way. I think this side needs to be more slanted in order for it to, like, look the way it's supposed to. That should be better. Okay. This should be straight on, and then this one, the line should be parallel. I think the big thing is making sure the lines are parallel, but also, like, you know... Well, actually, that's just... yeah. That's all I got. Like, just make them parallel. If you physically can do that, because apparently... I cannot. I don't think these are parallel. Or they are, and I'm blind. Something about this is off. I think that was it. I think I fixed it. I just needed to make the line straighter. Okay, that's passable. We'll call that good. And these should be even. The slant should also be equal-ish. Or as close to equal as I can get it to. Okay, obviously the corner is not sitting on the line like it's supposed to, but we're going to overlook that. Again, this is practice. This isn't the main drawing we're doing, so it's fine. good enough. We're like just gonna call this good. That does look a little bit better than the one beneath it. Like, by quite a bit, but yeah. Okay, so this one should be more, well, less slanted, actually. And that just looks like a, like, that does not look like a cube. That looks like a very flat rectangle. So basically a square. Actually, would it be, so cubes are usually like the same length all around, but rectangles are like, what qualifies as a rectangle? I used to like know what the difference was as a child. Why don't I remember anymore? One's long, one isn't, basically. As I've grown up, I've simplified the meaning, and now the meaning is meaningless. Okay, that looks way too thin. That's just not how it's supposed to look. That's okay. We're trying not to be like too particular about this, so we don't like stay on this forever. I should also remember this part is also a cube. It's all cubes. It's cubes all the way down. And that should like actually help me like draw this a little bit better. Bottom's a cube, top's a cube, side's a cube. It's all cube. You know? Cube. Here. Here. And they all follow the same line. They all are like kind of supposed to be similar. You know what? We're fine with that being a... I mean, technically that's not a cube, that's a rectangle. But we don't care anymore. We lost the will to care. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's fine. Ignore the fact that it's like almost the wrong angle, pretty much. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit sloppy. Just a little bit. Very sloppy, actually. Man. I don't want to redo this, though. You know what? We're done with practice. I'm done with that. We're gonna just move on to what we were planning on doing. No. That's not what I wanted to do. Edit, change canvas size. We're gonna do... Oh, that's too small, I think. And that's maybe too big. Is that fine? Are we fine with that? Maybe make the pen size a bit bigger. Change canvas size. We're also adding an extra 500 around the border. If we actually, know what we're doing, I guess. Hold on, I'm screwing with this. Okay, now we got it. We want this to take up most of the space, so like maybe that's too big, I think. Actually, if it's too big now, we can just resize it. It's easier to make it smaller than it is bigger. I'm gonna have some more tea. I just do this. No. Alright. Is that okay? I don't know. That's a bit better, I think. Okay. Next up. This is just a placement ear, so it doesn't need to look pretty, but we do still want it to be like similar proportion to a regular ear, I think. Just the concept. Actually, hold on. Change this. Let's see. Where's, don't I, oh, that's not limit 2. It's fine. Give me a second. Oh, wait, I passed it. I was literally right on it. There it is. So, like, here a little bit lower, looks like. Right? Yeah, that looks right. Well, actually, lower. And then there we go. There's that. And also, I want to be switching back and forth between these. So I want to... Where's the... Where did I put it? Genuinely, where did... I don't know where I put it. I know it's somewhere. I don't know where I put this. It's not here. Wait, it's right here. There we go. Now I can cycle back between, like, back and forth between these now. Huh? Oh, why am I... That's annoying. Why did it switch to that? Although, I guess I should... I'm doing this wrong, basically, is what I'm getting at. Let's move this down a little bit. Down lower. A little to over here. And that should be a bit better. Oh wait, actually, hold on. What am I doing? Like, actually. Actually, I'm cheesing this. I'm gonna put this on a different layer. No, that doesn't work. Move that. No. Move this. No. Okay, we're redoing this line until I am satisfied with it. Or maybe I just do a different line entirely. There's a thought. Hi, Alina. Okay, doing a the chin is always difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Okay, that's not right. Do I move this? Maybe I make it less. I don't know, it just like protrudes too much in my eyes. I think overall the head construction's pretty good right now, though. It looks alright. What part is not, like, looking good? Actually, the chin looks fine-ish. Oh, send. Okay, sure. Give me a second. Save as PNG. Or, okay, let me fumble around with my folders real quick. Okay, here we go. And then I convert this back into a clip file. I don't? Flatten to new layer. What? I didn't know that. I don't know where I'm looking for that. Uh, where is that? Okay, layer menu, right click. Oh wait, it's not even the right click. It's like, wait, right click on visible layer, but I don't have. Wait, what? Oh, I see. And then I can just. Okay. Okay, I get it now. Well, that's nice to know. Before I was doing this, I was like, just like screenshotting it basically. Ah, okay. Actually, we're going for hairline right now, not the, like, eyes. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Also, hairline's way too high up then. Uh, I'm really glad you aren't making me redraw the chin, because I actually hate drawing the chin. It's like my least favorite part of drawing, like the head. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's this. Okay. I merge this, and then I redraw the ear. So it goes... You would think this, like, little flappy bit of, like, flesh would be easier to draw. Seems how it's just, like, basically a... I mean, it's not, like, a, like, cohesive, like, shape. But, you know, it's still, like, a very, like, basic thing. You would think it would be a lot easier, but it really isn't. Should I be, like, super concerned about, like, making the circle more, like, circular? Okay. Ah, I hate this thing. Also, Alina, are you, like, interested in Fate Trigger at all? Okay, I didn't think so. Ah. This has to be, like, at least a little better, right? Like, vaguely. Oh, making it into a square actually makes sense, actually, you're right. It just overlaps a little bit. Maybe I have it too... Do I have it too high, too low? Maybe too high? I think I might have had it too high. The little bit that pops out the top? Oh, I see the other part of the line. Okay. Like this. Kind of. Okay. Oh wait, it stays... Okay, it's still like this. It's all like on the very like edge. Except I drew the square wrong, I think. I'll try and remember to do it this way from now on, but I don't know if I will. I guess it's an important part of my construction, but it's very hard for me to, like, remember ears. Or at least, like, human ears. They're very, like, I don't know. They're very boring to me, I'm gonna be honest. Ah, shoot. Get back on there, and then... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the idea of, like, when I see, like, people licking ears and stuff, all I think of is, like, the, like, earwax, and it's kinda gross. I mean, you clean your ears in the shower, but you don't, like, you don't use, like, the... Okay, fair. Also, I do think it actually might have been, like, the spaghetti that was drying out my throat yesterday. Also, this ear does not look amazing. But we're just gonna call it good, honestly, because I'm not spending that much time on the ear because it's gonna be gone later. Does this line have any, like, purpose, the one, like, right here? Like, is that just to show where the hair is gonna, like, droop down? Like, this line here. This one. On the hairline? Like, this one. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was there for a reason. Okay, that's too high up. Oh, okay, that's good. Do I have to... Okay, is it just me, or is, like, this may be too low? It feels like I don't have a lot of space here. Actually, I should do the nose first, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm losing the ability to see what I'm looking like. Okay. You know, this is why you color code stuff instead of, like, what I'm doing. Actually, is that... I think red might be better for this. No. Okay. Ah. Okay. Alright. I think maybe this goes down a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. Oh, I think I understand what the issue is. This shouldn't be... This one's long. This one's short. This one's also long. Are they perpendicular? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, okay. And I think I moved this slightly. Yeah, I don't know. This... I think this needs to be a bit lower. Okay, I think that's okay. Probably. I'm gonna assume. That's not why I'm trying to grab this. Left eye closer to the corner. Okay. Compare it to... Okay. Okay. I see. I understand. Uh, okay. Slightly up. But I was looking at the right eye too much, I think. Move this down. Now it doesn't look... okay. Honestly, trying to draw, like, from my reference, kind of, like... I don't know. It makes me feel like a patient with Alzheimer's trying to draw a face. I'm gonna be honest. Just a little bit. I think this needs to be smaller. Right? Oh, what am I doing? I accidentally minimized that. Uh... Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, are these two lined up? They are. Okay. Alright. So, I think I move on to the other stuff. I need to, like, break out a reference real quick. No, not that. I love trying to look for, like, a reference for, like, folded ears, but it just shows me, like, people's ears, and I don't want those. I don't know if that's the one I want. Okay, so it's kind of like... There's like a... Well, no. Let's start with the, like... From this angle, it would be around maybe here-ish. Trying to do this correctly is hard. Maybe this makes sense? I don't know. Although the size is off by quite a bit, I think. Actually, let me copy image, paste it. Oh my god, that's small. So I think maybe gonna like kind of. Okay, maybe I use a different ref, I'm not sure. I don't know why this one's black and white. Let's see. This is a bit better, I think. So it goes. Honestly, the shape doesn't actually look like it changes too much. If I'm being honest, it just like. Yeah, the shape actually doesn't change that much at all. It just like is farther back. So I guess I could just. Try and do this. I heard my wrist crack when I was doing that. That's interesting. Okay. Different. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. You? Here. Why am I stuck in... Okay, it's because I clicked on a different thing. Like, why was my cursor not, like, thing? A brush. Actually, what's the usual length of my character's ears? They're pretty long. Let's see. So, like, probably a little farther than that. But at the same time, it's like, they're, like... I don't know if they're that long, but they're pretty long. I don't have an exact measurement, I think they're around head length. Maybe. Actually, will it be out instead of... No, I don't think so. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. That's cool. Where's the... Okay, here. Hi, can you... Okay, it actually did combine. That's good. I don't know why it took a second. Or it didn't take a second, and I'm just blind. Although if I do it like this, it looks kind of funky. Uh... Man, okay. Let's undo this, actually. But then it folds back. Which I guess would be... like this, maybe? That almost looks right to me. I'm really not sure. Alina, are you still here? If I want the ears back, like... Hold on. So if I want the ears folded back like this, do you think like this as a... like this works as a construction? Or no? It's very hard for me to tell. Okay, I thought so, but I want to double check. Also, I guess I keep this on here because I can't, like, use it elsewhere. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad I actually got the construction right. I guess I erase this part, and then I'll figure out where to go from here. And then it should be, like... even, like... Hmm... Actually, I shouldn't even bother with that. I should just, like, try and draw the ear and hope it's right. It should be, like, over here. Okay, my brain is hot-wired to fail. Let's go. Do I know where the ear would be in this perspective? I am not sure. We'll see if that looks okay. I don't think so. Around here? But also the ear is way too low, actually. Okay, now let's separate these into basic lines. Actually, I need to... There's something else I also have to add to this that I just remembered. Also, I should move this down here so I don't lose track of it. Actually, do I even need this anymore now that I've lined everything up? I don't think I do. I can delete that. That does not look right to me. Okay, I always struggle with the neck bit. Like, it's always, like, such a pain to, like, figure out how I want it lined up. I think this might be okay, maybe a bit thin. Move this a little bit, maybe. This one might need to be straighter. Well, not like straight, but still like... Okay. Now, I have to do the fun part everyone loves. Where is... head and body, da-da-da... Where is it? I have a... Okay, I don't want to use that reference, but it's there. Is this the one I want? I think this is. Different color so I don't lose track of everything. Okay, so the hand, how do I do this pose? I'm like visual. Do you think doing the pose physically makes it easier to understand like how the pose is supposed to be drawn even if you can't see what you're doing? Like, wait, am I? I was on the race tool, wasn't I? Okay, so it's like that hand's too small. I can no longer. Okay, I need to lower the opacity on this. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Actually, wait. Okay, so I think, let's see. So index like right here, second finger here, and then the other fingers are like folded in on themselves, like this kind of. Actually, they would be like lower ish. Like, probably not the right length, but you can kind of tell what I'm like. Basically, this is where like the very tip of the finger would be. Except I think it's hard to tell. It might be more like... down here because like my index is pressing like right onto my like cheekbone. Actually, there's no such thing as a cheekbone because that's just like your skull. But you know, like where the bone and the cheek meet, basically. And then the middle finger is like right, like pressing underneath. I do think this might be like not quite right. Uh, it's hard to. Okay, thank you, Alina, for all your help. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll do my best. Or maybe I should just have the fingers all folded in. Alright, we're breaking out the orange because I need a different color. The fucking blinding ass orange. But it's fine. Okay, so I think this might be good. This one's too short. I see it now. I can see it with my eyes. Okay. And actually, how about we just undo this whole thing? There's an idea. Ah, fingers. Evil. Evil fingers. Okay. This is fun. I mean, it kinda looks like I got most of it right. Which means I only have to worry about the other half from now on. Although I do have to also do the thumb. Wait, no I don't. Wait, do I? Wait, yes I do. Also, I think I did this wrong. Did I do? I don't think I actually... Okay, for a second I thought I did this wrong, but I don't think I did actually, because it's like, there's this... Wait, no, I think I did that right the first time. Maybe. Okay. We tackle this again. I don't think that's it. Yeah, it's more like this, maybe? Okay. That just looks like a blob. So far, so good. Okay. Get rid of that. I think these two are pretty good. How do I do this? Okay. So I think maybe I just try and repeat it with the ring finger. Hope that does what I want it to. Now, the pinky's gonna have to be different, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's no way around that. The pinky's just different. It's designed differently. Not really, but you know, it's like, it's like, it's at the end of the finger, so it has to be different because of how, does it go out more or less? Does it even... I might have made the knuckle too small, even if the pinky is smaller than other fingers, is what I'm thinking here. But yeah, basically it's going to look a little bit different because it's at the edge of the finger, and the fingers, I mean, at the edge of the hand, not the finger. The pinky is a finger, so it can't be on the edge of itself. But, there's gonna be a little bit exposed at the edge of the hand because there's, like, she's resting on her, like, knuckles. Well, not knuckles, like the... What's it called? Like, the very first part of the finger before the first joint, basically. Actually, that's more like the second part, isn't it? I'm like on the edge of like solving this, I think. Maybe, potentially. Would there be more? Okay, so it breaks up into segments. The finger, the finger, the pinky specifically has 3 segments. They all have 3 segments. One, two, three. But falls in. It goes in. Yeah, I'm clueless. Here? No. Actually, would there be more of the ring finger exposed? No. Ah, okay. It might be that the knuckle is placed wrong. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Fingers are hard to draw, man. Actually, let's get something out here. Folded fingers against that. No, that's not what I'm looking for. closed fist. Back. Copy. Paste. Does that help us? Does this help us in any physical way? Maybe. I think it does actually, because like notice how it's the middle finger like encompasses the whole pinky finger basically, except for like the very bottom. Like you see that? Yeah, I think we learned something, maybe. So I think maybe we make this longer. Sure, it's a different angle, but it should maybe still apply. I think it should still apply. I'm not sure, actually, but I'm on the wrong layer. So it should be like... We're getting closer, I think. Like, that looks a bit better. And that's on the wrong layer, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later, and I need to switch layers again. That almost looks right. So I think maybe the issue might be the pinky finger. Not pinky finger, ring finger. I think the ring finger is like the one that needs adjusting. But of course, that is still on the wrong layer, but that's fine. We can fix that easy. Yeah, I think that works. Was I paying attention at all? Kinda. Okay, so you... Actually, do we want this more like this? Maybe. Huh. I think somewhere in the middle. Like, right... I'm gonna take advantage of this extra layer we have right here. Like, right here is what I'm thinking. Not like fantastic, but it's better. Anyway, I'm gonna grab this, delete it, and then merge this with the layer below. So then I don't have to actually. Okay, so the knuckle isn't not knuckle. The thumb isn't visible there, so that doesn't help us. But I don't think we need too much help with the thumb. I think the thumb should be like relatively straightforward, right? So it should be like this, maybe. And then we try and round this out a little bit. And by round it out a little bit, I mean like slightly touch it with the eraser. Uh, hmm. Look at this real quick. I think maybe the thumb is taking up too much space. Like, actually. Like, I'm thinking it might be more like this. It's really hard for me to tell, actually. What's on this? Okay, that's the knuckles. We'll just write that down. Okay. Alright. We kind of have the hand down, I think. If it becomes a problem later, we can deal with it. Let's... Hi, can this load? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, it's because of... Okay. I kind of already know how my hair is supposed to look, so this shouldn't be too difficult. I think we're going with blue also, by the way, for the outline. Ah, that doesn't... Okay, doing it from the side is a lot different than doing it from the front. Okay, so this, maybe, 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 potentially. But this, no. Actually, let me break out something a little bit older. Okay, this is how it used to be done. So I think we'll try and mimic this. Not quite what we're aiming for, but like it's closer. This should be higher up, shouldn't it? No, not that. This. And then it goes like this, but also curves a little bit. That's not quite right. Okay, so undo this. Actually, let's this. Ah, okay. So no, actually, hold on. Okay, I might not have a better reference than this. I mean, I do have like straight up my actual model that I haven't like rigged yet. I don't know when I'm rigging that, especially since I need to fix parts of it, but you know. Doing a side angle is, like, hard. Ah. Okay. We adjust. We're having fun with this. Do I need this anymore? I don't think I do. But I guess it doesn't hurt to keep it. Okay, so hair. How do I do my hair? Maybe do this. From this angle, would it even... Would this little bump right here even be visible from this angle? I don't think it would. I know for certain this would still be taller than the other side. Okay, I don't know if that's okay. I don't think that's okay. It kind of looks not quite right. Hmm. Okay, I think that's more appropriate. Uh, let's see. It kind of looks similar, right? I think so. And then we've got the little, like, side things. Front hair. Side hair. And then actually, hold on. Let me break out my actual... Where is it? Where did I put it? Finished? Where's it? There it is. I forget this exists sometimes. I need the hands to... Actually, let's put these in its own folder. And then goodbye hand. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, it's weird how it does that, by the way. Like, it goes like, I'm going to separate this now. That's cool and all, but what? How do you do that? Why does it do that, in fact? Actually, this should be much lower than it currently is. I mean, sure, it's like it's gonna cut off because we don't have the full, like, this, like, area that's not in the gray is gonna be deleted. So I guess I don't need to, like, be perfectly accurate or anything, but, you know, it kinda, like, helps if I follow through. I accidentally cut that off because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, there we go. Although this isn't quite... Actually, we'll keep that there for right now. And then get rid of this ear. Oh right, I forgot this is a thing now. Let's see. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, that should be fine. I think, maybe. Actually, I still need to, like, do the little, like, strips here. Okay, there's the, like, little back, the, like, trim. So we can do, like, the rest now. Without worrying about it too much. Obviously, we aren't doing the ponytail because that's a previous iteration. But it should be... Let's get rid of this real quick while we're doing this. But it should mostly be accurate, I think. Right, that's all attached now. I want to move this part specifically. I mean to delete that. Okay. So also that means that I need... Okay, we're on 1, 2, 3. We're on the third one. Which means this kind of, like, curves upward and then spikes down. Zoom out so I can see what I'm doing. I think that's close enough. Also, this cuts off here because the ear is here, so that works out. Also, turns out most of this gets cut off by the ear at this angle. Ah, shit. I mean, not the ear. It gets cut off by this extra strand of hair. Although, I don't know if it's that big. And then I think it's safe for us to move back to what we were... Yeah, okay, here. Oh, I forgot. I also have another, another rest of... Wait, that's the eraser, not the pen. Okay, so I also have this other bit right here that I need to do. You know, the other half of the face? Crazy, I know. That doesn't look right. Maybe the issue is I don't have it in the right spot. Let me clean this up, specifically around here. Yeah, we just shove it a little bit closer, I think, maybe? This part's looking a little flat, isn't it? Let's do something about that. No. Uh... If I remember right, this is how you do it. I think. Maybe. I don't think that's right, actually. Hold on. Let me deal with this. Also, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, just to so I don't have to do it afterwards. Zoom out a little bit. I think, uh, I'm thinking. I believe that it would be that, like, this part would be, there would be less space in between them from this angle. I could be wrong. I'm not a professional perspective knower, so there's, like, the potential of me just not knowing what I'm talking about. What did I just do? And then I need to remember how I used to do this. I think... Is this how it was done? It's been a very long while. Also, I think this might... Let me move this. Just give myself some space to actually do the thing. Wrong layer. It's really hard for me to actually remember how this used to be done. Like, it's literally over a year. I think maybe a couple years, I'm not sure. Oh, also, hi, Extra. I didn't notice, like, while I was doing this. Uh, that doesn't look right. It's too, like, far back. Maybe I just try and branch it off instead of... Uh... Perspective is difficult. Okay, I'll put this here. I'm gonna turn the center invisible so I can see what... Okay, it kinda... The hair almost looks like it's too... There's too little of it, I think, on the front. Yeah, the front might be too high up. Uh, okay. Hold on a second. Is this... Okay, this is all... Hold on. Grab all this. Just to double check. Okay, there's nothing that I have to worry about here. So I just combine this, and then I move this down. Actually, is that too low? Huh. I'm genuinely not sure. Either way, I know I have to make the front bigger. So... reduce the opacity so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, wait, no. Delete this. Unironically, I think it's been like maybe 2 years since I actually drew my character properly. I also need to turn the rest of this invisible because I can't see what I'm doing. Turn this invisible. Okay, I think that's better. I'm just gonna combine these and hope that's good. Break out layer 3 again. Just so I can do a couple draw overs without any. So I can just erase stuff without having to worry about, like, screwing stuff up. Oh wait, I should have kept these, yeah. Okay, there we go. Which means I don't have to draw it over again later. Oh wait, wrong layer. I know what I'm doing. There we go. Actually, would it be... I think it might actually be pretty thin here. So, like... here-ish? I can't see what I'm looking at. Get rid of this. Oh, shoot. Wrong layer. Front. Get rid of that. Ah, shoot. That's on the same layer. That's what I get for not paying attention. That's better. Okay. I genuinely can't tell. This look good to me. Also, speaking of, I still got the, like, hair back. And it drapes. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot this doesn't show that specific part. Here. Okay, so it drapes all the way down. I hate circles. It goes significantly farther down than the rest. If I could manage to draw, that would be crazy. I don't think there's that much hair there. I think I move it in a bit. Like around here-ish. Ah, whatever, man. Uh... Okay. You know what? Fuck you, you're gone. I do this. I actually landed that perfectly. I'm a fucking genius. Look at that. I mean, it's slightly off, but still, look how close it is. That's kind of crazy that I did that. Also, let's, like, try and make this, like, similar in its width, its density, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Uh, that kind of makes sense. Man. I think I'll redo this one again. Come on. Come on. Okay, so obviously these are kind of like uniform-ish, but not like quite. But all kind of like goes off to the right a little bit. I don't know if like we don't have enough space here to like make it go all the way down, but it should like let's see. I'm going to assume that that's around where I want it. That's what we're assuming here. But we're gonna also move it in a little bit just for the sake of that, I guess. I think it's looking alright. It's really hard for me to tell though. Put you away again. Okay, that doesn't even really show up, does it? Eh. Okay. So Honestly, this little part right here probably doesn't show up either, but at the same time, I don't want it to just be like one big blob. So we're putting that down there anyway. Let's see. Is there any... Well, we kind of... Actually, let's... There's not really anything along the back from the looks of it, but we're going to do some anyway, because again, this is a front view, so I'm, like, allowed to be a little bit... Also, like, hair doesn't stay the same constantly, so we can, like, add a little bit of, like, frizz to it. Well, it's not even frizz, it's more like scruff. But you get what I'm trying to say. But I don't like that, actually. That doesn't do what I want it to do. You know what? Fuck it. We're keeping it as is. I give up. Uh... Find this. What is this? Oh, this is the rest of the drawing. Okay. I'm gonna make this its own layer. Switch to... Actually, I don't want to switch to red because I'm already on red with the ears. Also, I should switch to... Not that. That's my lesser skilled drawing of ears. Honestly, I think I can do better than this nowadays, but I'll, like, use this as a reference regardless. Actually, I almost forgot to, like, actually give it some shape to it. Just a little bit. Hold on a second. I need to grab a different reference real quick. Let's see. This should work. Okay, so there is a little bit right there, like a little curved off like area. I knew it. Okay, put you here. Actually, put you here. There we go. Now I can actually see you while I'm doing this. I knew there was a thing there. So little curve and then back to being a straight line. Nice and simple. And then, you know, I remember, like, I was like, oh, do I need this anymore? No, I don't. And then I deleted it. I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm just gonna turn it invisible. However, I don't know if there'd probably still be, like, some fluff showing from the inside of this, even if it's folded in. What I'm thinking. This is difficult, is what I'm, like, finding. Also, this should be folded a bit. Not folded, it should have the, similar to this, but, you know, different. That should be good, I think. Although maybe... Oh, that's way too big. That... Okay. I kind of like how this other one looks to our left. I like how it looks better than this one, but this one's also passable, so we'll forgive it. Actually, I should actually keep this up here so I can still see it and have easier access to it instead of whatever the heck I'm doing now. So this kind of like... Okay, so there is like visibly still some of the fluff here. Although, actually, is that more... Of course, I can't follow it completely because this isn't like a realistic drawing or anything. So there is some liberties I'm gonna have to take, I think. Do I do this or do I do this? Inside or outside is hard to figure out. I know her earrings won't be visible. Or at least they shouldn't be, I don't think. Actually, maybe... Would they be visible? Maybe like the edges of them at most. Hard to really like. Okay. I'm gonna do this, label that scruff, and then this is fluff. Okay, I hope purple shows up well enough on this. No, it doesn't. White? White actually shows up pretty well. Except for over there. But that doesn't matter because we aren't gonna keep that. Right? So it really doesn't matter there. Let's see. So I think right there. Turn you invisible for right now. Switch over to orange. The ear looks so short. And I don't like that. But at the same time, it's hidden, like, some of it's hidden on the other side of the head. So I guess it's okay. I'm really not, like, certain about that, but, you know. Right now, we, like, just kind of have to assume we know what we're doing. Actually, let's do a different layer for this, because this is really just our guideline, basically, is what it is. And we'll be getting rid of it eventually. So I'm gonna want to be able to run my eraser through this without ruining my work, basically. Let's move this in a little bit. I'm rotating the canvas real quick, just to, again, make this a little bit easier on myself. I can barely see what I'm doing right now. There we go. And there it is. That's passable. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it might be okay. It kind of looks weird because it's cut off, but I think it's alright-ish. I might move it in a little bit, though. We also want these, lines to be a little bit more, like, we want them to be more... We don't want them to crisscross. Is what I'm getting at. Maybe that's okay. Huh. Actually, if these ears fold in, I think... Let me make another layer, thank you. I think... one of these would be, like, mostly covered. Yeah, like, one would be almost completely covered, like, over here. Because you see, like, where it is right now? So, like, I think this is the only one that would be visible, and even then, it's, like, barely visible. Maybe, like, right here. You got, like, the vents, but I don't have those on my character, so I don't know if I would draw those. I don't see most people do air vents on, like, the ear vents that, like, animals usually have. I don't see people ever, like, do those on their characters, even if they have, like, the ears for it. At some point, I might try and do that, but, adds an extra layer of difficulty. Do I erase this? I'm not sure if I erase that. Oh. I don't think I do. I think I need a fold here of some kind to signify that it's supposed to be bending. Does that make sense? Not really. Like this. Am I overcomplicating this? Maybe. Also, this won't be visible on this side, I don't think. Okay, so we got that. I never realized how, like, almost pristine this side of the ear is on the left side. It's, like, basically unscratched, but, it's fine. I honestly maybe should have made these scratches bigger. Okay. I think that looks alright. We're just gonna keep going, like, yeah, that looks right, yeah, that looks right. That's basically what we're gonna do the whole time. Because honestly, I overthink things too much, so maybe, like, underthinking would be ideal. What color do I make these? Light blue, I guess. Just to see if I can... How did I used to make these eyes, by the way? I do not remember. I think I draw other people's stuff more than I draw my own, which makes this actually difficult. Uh, seriously, how did I used to do eyes? Do I have a reference? I know I made several, like, references for my stuff. Where is it? Surely it's, like, here. And of course, the, like... Can I make this bigger? Wait, yeah, I can. Change view. No, not that. Large icons. Extra large icons. There we go. Now I can actually see what I'm looking at. That's great. And I still don't see what I'm looking for. That's cool. Oh well. We're winging it, I guess, because I can't find the folder, not folder, the icon I'm looking for. Well, PNG, technically. So we're just gonna go for it, I guess. Ah. Although that doesn't... Man. This first. And also this. Honestly, I made her eyes too square, I think. When I first designed her, I kinda wanted them square, but not, like, square. Actually, let's clean some stuff up real quick so I actually can see a bit better, hopefully. Erase this bit. I'm gonna just turn center off real quick. That makes it a bit cleaner. Her head's a bit flat, isn't it? Also, I think the front is still not quite right. Yeah, I made quite a mess of this, actually. Okay. We're keeping the construction up, because clearly I messed something up here. What am I undoing right now? Seriously, what? I can't tell what I'm undoing. Let me... Oh, I see. Well, I actually think I did an okay job on the ears. So we're keeping those as is. And also, I should save this. Do I have this? Okay, I do have this saved as a clip file. Wait, what? I'm tired, apparently. What layer is this? What's on this? Nothing. Nothing's on this. I'm deleting it. Also, I don't know if this is even relevant anymore. This little bit right here. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun just like screwing around here. No, that's not quite right. Actually, is it? No. I'm a little stumped on this, I won't lie. I think one of the issues with like construction is like, sure, the construction is like really useful, but like you can't really tell like what it's gonna look like as a finished product until you remove the construction. It makes it really difficult, unironically. Wow, okay. What if I move, ooh. Oh. That's why you don't move that. What is... Okay, this is all still like layer 3 stuff. So let's sneak through here. What part of this is... Okay. You need to be removed from this. Double check. Okay, yeah, I can just cut this. And then deselect. Move. Maybe I made the, like, hair too far down? Or too... Okay, I might need to redo the hair, but I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that right now. Especially when I don't quite understand what I did wrong. Or maybe I did nothing wrong at all, and, like, I'm overthinking it. I also think maybe I definitely made the ears too short. Just look at the ears on here compared to, like, on the canvas. They're a lot shorter. Definitely not intentional. It just kind of happened. And it might just be due to the fact that I made the canvas, like, a little too small. Because they should be, like, a lot longer than they currently are. Thankfully, this cuts off, like, right around here. So you can't tell how long they actually are. So you can pretend they're longer than they are. Even if, like, this kind of, like, curves, it could just, like, you don't know. maybe leaning too much on, like, the stuff you can't see, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, do I want to continue this? The hand actually looks good. The hand actually looks pretty alright. Like, looking at it, after not looking at it for like an hour-ish, it looks okay, I think. Like, it's definitely... Let me save this. This actually looks pretty alright. The hand, I mean. The hair, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the hair. Eh. Do I want to continue this, like, right now, or do I want to do something else? I think I want to do something else, but I also said that I was only going to do one project at a time. Yeah, I burned myself out last time, like a while ago. Like, I don't really know what to do right now. Maybe I'm actually really unsure. Again, this part right here, actually, this particular spot right here, I think it needs to be rounded, maybe. But that could just be, like, wrong. That does look a bit better, actually. Uh... Hmm. Okay. You know what? A little bit early, but I think I might call it. Because I honestly don't know how to move on with this. So, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever. I hope you have a good rest of it.